What's the best piece of advice you've been taught? My grandpa always told me read every contract like you're looking for buried treasure. I thought it was just another one of his weird sayings until it saved me from getting fired and cost my boss her job. I work at this popular coffee shop downtown called Bean There. Been there 2 years, never had any problems with customers or management. Great tips, flexible schedule, cool coworkers. Then corporate brought in this new manager, Jessica, who clearly wanted me gone from day one. It started small. She'd watch me like a hawk during every shift, following me around with her clipboard. If I took 16 minutes on my break instead of 15, she'd make a note. If I forgot to wipe down one table during the closing rush, she'd call it negligence. Then she started the write-ups. First one was for being 3 minutes late when the bus broke down. Second one was for improper uniform standards because my apron had a tiny coffee stain. Third one was for customer service failure because some guy complained I didn't smile enough. All my coworkers were like, dude, she's targeting you. Everyone could see it, but nobody wanted to speak up and become her next victim. After my third write-up, she calls me into the back office with this smug smile. One more violation and you're terminated. Company policy. 3 strikes and you're out. I asked why she was being so harsh when I'd been a good employee for 2 years. She just shrugged and said, new management, new standards. Maybe this job isn't the right fit for you. That night, I'm laying in bed stressed out of my mind. I need this job to pay for community college. My family can't help me financially and I've got bills due next week. Then I remember Grandpa's advice about reading contracts like treasure maps. I dig out my employee handbook that I signed when I got hired 2 years ago. It's this thick booklet that nobody ever actually reads. Most people just flip to the signature page. I'm going through it page by page, looking for anything about disciplinary procedures. Most of it's boring stuff about dress codes and break times. Then I hit section 4.7, buried on page 23. Progressive discipline requires minimum 30-day intervals between written violations unless involving safety violations, theft, or harassment. I read it 3 times to make sure. All my write-ups happened within 2 weeks of each other. According to my actual contract, only the first one should count. The next morning, Jessica tries to fire me over a coffee stain on my apron. She's got this satisfied look like she finally won. That's strike 4. Clean out your locker. I pull out my employee handbook, open to section 4.7. Actually, you can't terminate me. These write-ups violate company policy on progressive discipline intervals. Her confident smile disappears instantly. She grabs the handbook and reads the section twice. This doesn't apply to your situation. It literally says minimum 30-day intervals. Check the dates on those write-ups. She's scrambling through my file, checking dates. Her face goes completely red when she realizes I'm right. She calls her district manager to double-check the policy. I can hear him yelling through the phone. You did what? Jessica, those intervals exist for a reason. You can't just ignore corporate policy. 10 minutes later, she hangs up looking defeated. You'll be staying on the schedule, but I'm not done. I want copies of my write-ups and the dates they were issued. For my records, she reluctantly prints everything out. That's when I noticed something weird. 2 other employees, Marcus and Riley, got fired the same week for performance issues. Same rapid-fire write-ups, same timeline. I text them both with photos of the policy section. Turns out Jessica had been pulling the same trick on multiple employees, fast-tracking write-ups to fire people right before their 90-day reviews when they'd get automatic raises. Marcus had been working there 89 days when he got fired. Riley was at 87 days. I was at my 2-year mark, which meant I was due for a performance review and potential promotion. The 3 of us go to corporate together with all our documentation. The district manager's eyes get huge when he sees the pattern. She's been systematically violating company policy to avoid paying raises and benefits. Investigation takes 2 weeks. They discovered Jessica fired 8 employees this way over 4 months. Saved the company thousands in raises and benefits, but violated corporate policy and opened them up to lawsuits. Jessica got terminated immediately. Marcus, Riley, and I all got our jobs back with back pay. I got promoted to shift supervisor with a $4 raise and Jessica's old office. The best part, during the investigation they found out Jessica was getting bonuses for keeping labor costs low. She was literally profiting off of illegally firing people. All because Grandpa taught me to read every contract like I was hunting for buried treasure. Sometimes the treasure is just knowing your rights.